Great Keppel Island. So where is everything at the moment? This is what we do know. State government still notes the development of project as approved with conditions. We know that at the middle of last year, Terry Agnew from Tower Holdings was still saying that the project was shovel ready and hopefully would be underway by the end of the year. We do know that the GKI resort lease ended as at the 30th of September, and we do know that there was a 6-month extension granted to that lease. But here we are again, just a few days away from the end of March, a few days away from the end of the extension, and where are we? Where is the development? But is further development on the island a good idea? Well, yes, it just adds to the momentum that we're currently seeing in the economy. But if the state government was to exercise its rights as lessor of the island, we do know that it would take an awfully long period of time to find another entity that wants to take on the lease of Great Keppel Island. So there'd be lease negotiation period in play. There'd also be a significant amount of time for new plans to be developed. And we also know that there would be environmental impact issues that they would have to resolve and work through. So the time frame for another entity to take on board a lease that has been taken by the state government is going to be a significant amount of time. And this is something we can't afford. Tower Holdings has struggled to find funding for its development thus far, and there are many reasons for this, but a boutique gaming licence is not one of those reasons. Just think about all the other island developments that we've had in Australia over the past 10, 20 years. In particular, over the past 5 to 10 years, many of these resorts have failed. Now, this is not unknown to investors, both domestic and international. They see that the way our island developments have been running, and clearly from their perspective, an island development of this size, of this pure volume, is not a good investment to undertake. But what if the new development is less grand, less expensive and therefore less risky? What if we didn't have to rely on the burgeoning Asian middle class? What happens if we could sell it to the Australian middle class? And what if the footprint on the island was less impactful? It doesn't need a casino. It doesn't need a Greg Norman designed golf course. It doesn't need a huge marina, and it doesn't need 1,300 villa units. The Capricornia Chamber of Commerce does support development on the island, and at this point in time, Tower Holdings, GKI Developments, they do provide the best option for an immediate or something very, very close to immediate outcome for a development on the island. But it has to be a modest development. It has to be something that is a little bit more palatable for an investor, whether they be an Australian or an international developer, to be able to invest and get a return on their investment. We've got the state government who's just announced that they're going to invest $25 million for infrastructure on the island. So really, it's down to Tower Holdings now and what they are cooking up and what they are going to approach the state government with in terms of their new development. Ball's in your court, Terry, but this is it, last chance scenario, and you really have to start something very, very soon. Start stage 1 of whatever your new development is very, very soon. You'll get the support of the community. You'll get the support of the Capricornia Chamber of Commerce. We do want to see development happening. And when things are underway, perhaps some of the bitter divisions that have fractured our community can begin to mend. And then perhaps we can start talking up a slogan, Keppel, open for business.